sure once you get married, all the same folks that was heaping up piles and piles of shame is like, why you giving that man what he want? What? You just told me a month ago this was wrong, this was bad, I'm going to hell. Now you're telling me do everything, be okay with it, that is so many like missed messaging that's occurring like in a person's brain, in your psyche, to be raised up in this is wrong, this is wrong, this is wrong, shame, guilt, fear, sin, to all of a sudden, oh, God made this. This is good. Well, this is the same thing you just told me was bad.
And there's been no open, honest, transparent conversation about the human body, let alone human sexuality in a lot of these environments.
I have talked to way too many grown
women with 401ks.
Grown women that are like paying their own bills that have no clue of what they really want, what they enjoy, what they desire. And they're married. Some of these people even have kids. And I'm like,
how did you have a kid? Ooh, come on, when you tag me in, please tag me in. Now we haven't even got to orgasm.
Oh Lord.
Now wait now.
I'm gonna just breathe. Let me just breathe.
Miss Sealy told Suge he do his business.
He just climb on top of me and do his business.
Come on, say the last part, the next part.
He said, well, baby, you's a virgin then.
It sound like he going to the bathroom.
She said that's what it feel like.
Now, why you bring this up, because sexuality, it was hijacked by the man, white, cisgender male. It was hijacked by their desire. Mm-hmm. So it translated into the church and even the Black church that sexuality is all about the man's need. If you
the devil is alive.
So when you when you look at pornography, it is predominantly for the man's pleasure, not the woman's pleasure. The woman is the subject. So there is a liberation movement of women, not only in the corporate space, not only in the church, but every industry in America. In America, women are rising to the top and saying, we have needs, we have wants, we have desires, we have a voice. You're not just going to pump us full of babies, but we can bring value. We have brains. We can lead the country. We can make rules. We can legislate policy, etc. And it's not just a man's world. Okay, I'm not crashing out. I had to get that. I said, when you look at pornography, that's what.
Okay.
It's everywhere.
Why it was done. In some households, especially faith-based, women were told that sex was about fulfilling the man's needs, no matter what. That is a falsehood. Let's just put that disclaimer in there. That is not accurate information. Why it does not work now. In thriving marriages, let me emphasize, in thriving marriages, sex is mutual, respectful, and consensual. One-sided experiences create emotional distance, while open dialogue creates intimacy and safety.
Can you say that last line again? That's such a good.
One-sided experiences. If you don't know what that means, it means if we're only focused on one person's orgasm and not the collective, one-sided experiences create emotional distance, while open dialogue creates intimacy and safety. So open dialogue looks like, baby, let's try. I think I would enjoy A, B, and C.
See, now, if you're taking care of your spouse or whoever, it should be a mutual exchange. Now, I talked to a young man who shall remain nameless. Now, he was in the trenches. Now, I don't condone this, but his statement was, you better come when I come, or you're going to come when I come back. In other words, I'm going to get mine, and you better get yours before I get mine. Because if you don't get yours before I get mine, you're going to have to get yours when I come back.
Yeah, that doesn't work, y'all.
but it exists.
It does exist. People really believe that.
And it robs the other person.
Mm-hmm.
And you had to help me with this because we're sitting in counseling sessions and just talking to people in life. Human sexuality is one of our subjects. We just don't give y'all as much as we got to give you as much as you can handle. But I can't tell you how many women she's talked to that I've talked to together that have said, I've had sex my whole life and only had 5 orgasms.
And I'd be like,
and I'm asking her, like, how do you have sex and have kids to show for it? You had a baby and now, can you explain? How does that?
I cannot explain.
Oh, you
what I ain't gonna be doing is reproducing. You ain't, Lord have mercy.
Oh God, it's hot in it.
Well, let me say this. I will say for a lot of women, especially if your sexuality was birthed out of abuse, you learn to just go through the emotions of it and not really engage. But inside of a relationship, like a consensual relationship, and you want to be with that person and you want to be intimate with that person, there should be a mutual exchange.
And go ahead.
We should both be fulfilled in every area, including sex.
And that's not just you said it. That's not just the woman.
Yeah.
But there are men that have experienced trauma.
Right.
And it shows up in a similar way. And in a different way, it could be hypersexuality.
Yeah.
So it's just important to know it's important to know where what you want comes from and how it is affecting your relationship, because it is, whether you're talking about it or not.
That's true.
So make sure that as we're going through these, you are writing down, jotting down, making mental notes of your history as it relates to these points.
Yeah.
Because you cannot do anything about the other person. But who you do have control over is you.
Yourself. Absolutely.
And understanding your history and doing something different going forward if you desire to.
Yeah.
Okay. I love this one too. The sexuality is my number 1 favorite. Number 4 is my second favorite.
Runner up.
The inherited belief that you stay no matter what. Now, I would
just like to say that is a lie from the pit of hell.
How big of a lie?
That is a lie, all caps, from the pit of hell.
Where it come from?
The pit.
All right.
Because that's torment. That's abuse. That's neglect.